Hey everyone, welcome back. So have you ever found yourself reaching for sparkling water instead of just plain water, and then wondering, like, am I really hydrating myself properly?
Right.
Well, you're in the right place because that's what we're diving deep into today.
Yeah, it's more than just, drinking a glass of water. There's a whole lot to it.
It's complicated.
It really is.
I mean,
Well, we've got some great sources today, from Healthline and Oxford Urgent Care and even CNET
oh, interesting.
to help us really kind of break down, are we getting what we need?
Okay.
And how do we make sure that we are?
So for me, it's like, I'm all about that fizz. I love my sparkling water. But I always wonder, is it doing the trick? I mean, I feel good. It seems to quench my thirst. But then again, you hear these conflicting things. So thankfully, Healthline, they go straight to the heart of it. Their article, it's all about sparkling versus still, like, let's settle this debate once and for all. And the verdict is sparkling water, just as hydrating.
It is.
As regular water.
Yes. And they have, there's a measurement called the Beverage Hydration Index, so BHI.
Okay.
And it basically measures how well your body retains fluids from, all different kinds of drinks.
Right.
And both sparkling and regular water actually score very similarly on this index.
Gotcha.
What else is interesting is coffee has a surprisingly good BHI score.
Oh, really? I always thought coffee was dehydrating.
It can be if you drink it excessively, but in moderation, it actually contributes to your overall fluid intake.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, sometimes I will drink a ton of sparkling water, and I feel like almost immediately, I'm thirsty again. Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah. And you know what? I think that is actually the carbonation playing a little bit of a trick.
Interesting.
On your thirst response, because it kind of maybe makes you feel like you've had enough, even if you haven't consumed quite as much liquid as you would have with just plain water.
So I'm being tricked by the bubbles.
A little bit.
My friend's like, oh, it's bubbly. We're good.
Right.
But we're not good. We need more water.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Pay attention to those cues. And, something else that I thought was interesting that the Oxford Urgent Care article brought up is that sometimes hydration is about more than just water, whether it's plain or bubbly.
Right. There are times when, your body needs a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
So think about being out on a hot day and you're sweating. Well, you're losing more than just water, right? You're losing electrolytes, too.
Electrolytes. See, that's a word that, like, it always makes me think of a sports drink commercial.
Right. Well, they're onto something, though.
Okay.
Because electrolytes are basically essential minerals like sodium, potassium, chloride.
Okay.
And they actually help our cells communicate. And they play a role in a whole bunch of things. Muscle function, nerve impulses, and yes, even hydration.
So it's like our bodies are running on these, like, tiny little electrical currents, and electrolytes are what keep them going.
Exactly. And when we lose those electrolytes, through sweat, especially, our body's kind of communication system gets a little
Fuzzy,
yeah, like a little
like staticky.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where, you think about those sports drinks, they come in and they kind of replenish those essential minerals.
So, like, after a big game, you see those athletes, they're chugging those sports drinks.
Exactly.
That's what's going on.
But a big but, and this is important, I think, for most of us who aren't like, professional athletes training, 4 hours a day.
Right.
We
probably we're not doing that.
No, we don't need that.
Thankfully.
That big a dose, because they do come with, a lot of times a lot of sugar, a lot of sodium.
Right.
That we just don't need on a regular basis.
Right. You think, oh, electrolyte's good, but it's like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah. It's like looking at the whole picture.
Right. Exactly. There's more to it. So what do we do? Like, if I'm not training for a marathon, which, let's be honest, I'm not.
Right.
How do I get these magic electrolytes?
Well, that's where this CNET article, I love this because it's like, think about food. Food is a great natural source of electrolytes.
Okay.
And we're not talking like bland, boring food either. We're talking like delicious fruits and veggies.
See, now that I can get behind. Because, I can only drink so many sports drinks.
Okay.
Like, they're fine.
Right.
But they're not my everyday go-to, so I love that there's a food element to this. So tell me more. What are some of these, like, electrolyte superstars out there?
Well, let's start with like a summer favorite, watermelon.
Okay.
So watermelon, about 92% water, but it also contains, electrolytes like potassium, magnesium,
Okay.
and it's also packed with lycopene, which is an antioxidant. And fun fact, that's what gives watermelon that really beautiful red color.
Oh, wow. So it's not just pretty to look at.
Exactly.
It's actually like doing something.
Yeah, it's doing work on the inside.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got watermelon. What else?
Okay, if you want something like light and refreshing, cucumbers are great.
Oh, yeah. Cucumbers.
Yeah. About 95% water. They're naturally low in calories, and they're surprisingly satisfying. Plus, they've got those electrolytes like potassium, magnesium, so...
And I actually love like putting cucumber in my water.
Yes. It's so good.
Gives it that like little extra like...
Yeah, a little something, something.
A little bit of it, like a refreshing taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate leafy greens.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking like spinach, kale, lettuce.
Okay.
All of those packed with water content, electrolytes. We're talking potassium, calcium, all that good stuff. And plus
Wow.
a whole range of vitamins and minerals that are essential for, overall health.
This is such a good reminder, I think, that hydration isn't just about like chugging enough water throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you said, it's this whole like
the holistic.
It's holistic, yeah.
Yeah.
What we're putting in our bodies matters.
And the best part is, I mean, these foods are delicious. You can enjoy them on their own, add them to smoothies, salads, whatever.
Right.
Get creative in the kitchen.
Speaking of creativity in the kitchen, did you know, this is a little tip, putting salt on watermelon, it's not just about the taste.
Right.
It helps your body absorb that water even better.
That's right. It's all about that sodium.
Sodium.
It plays a really important role in hydration, so it helps your body hold on to that water.
Okay. Good to know. So I feel like if we're thinking about everything we've talked about today, it's like it's not just about like, okay, how many glasses of water am I drinking today?
Right.
It's so much more than that. It's like, what are we putting in our bodies? Sparkling water, definitely a good thing. As long as we're, being mindful of those added sugars, paying attention, like you said, to our bodies, to how we're feeling.
Exactly.
That's cues.
And we talked about sports drinks. And they have their place for sure, but for the most part, we can get what we need from whole foods,
like all those delicious fruits and veggies that we talk about.
Yes, those are our hydration heroes.
Hydration heroes, I love it.
Watermelon, cucumbers, leafy greens, like that's
it's like nature's like little.
They're packed with electrolytes.
That's it, yeah.
They're like nature's sports drink.
They really are.
Without all the added stuff.
Exactly. Wow, this has been so interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think it's so easy to get caught up in like the latest health trends or looking for that quick fix. Mm-hmm. But like what we've been talking about today, it's like it's simple.
It is.
It's effective.
It is.
Eat your fruits and veggies, pay attention to your body, and enjoy that sparkling water. Just maybe skip the sugar.
Exactly.
And we're good.
You're good to go. And it's all about, just finding that balance for you. Like finding what makes you feel your best and what you can, sustain long term.
I love that. So next time you're feeling thirsty out there, think beyond that glass of water.
Yes.
Maybe add some cucumber. Maybe squeeze some lemon in there. Get a little flavor. Get those electrolytes in. Have a big old slice of watermelon. Why not?
Yes.
Make a delicious salad.
Love it.
Full of those leafy greens. And, if you're craving the fizz, sparkling water all the way, just maybe
skip the sugar.
Skip the sugar.
Yeah.
There we go.
Your body will thank you.
Our bodies will thank us.
Yes.
Well, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive.
Thank you for having me.
Into the world of hydration.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. And we will see you all next time for another deep dive.
Yes.
Into the world of well-being.
The world of well-being. Exactly. Until then, everybody stay curious, stay hydrated.
Yes.
And keep making those healthy habits stick.